Welcome to the Precast here on the Wally Show, and Becca is very relaxed. If you go to Facebook and you search Wally Show, you'll see why. It was her birthday, and we got her massaged and a pedicure, all while she still had to do her job.
It was amazing. We should do that every day.
Yeah, that
should be. And I told Betty, I was like, I was as happy as a Betty Rock with a pocket full of kittens. And she understood that analogy.
Darn happy.
It was a good morning.
You seem relaxed.
I am relaxed.
Good. That's what we were going for.
I'm
Because it was
not
Becca's
even
birthday.
going to do podcasts. Just whatever.
That's good. Oh, whoops. Literally did turn off her mic. I think we had a news story to get to and a list of these.
I have 2 losers.
Okay, cool. We'll get to those in just a minute because here, in honor of your birthday, still we do birthdays on the show and people ask questions and stuff. But this was from Josh. Says, "Hey, I visited your show in February of last year. It was one of the most interesting experiences of my life. I love that. Anyway, I'm emailing you to tell you that I share a birthday with Becca, and I wish that you would wish her happy birthday for me."
Well, happy birthday to you,
Yeah.
Josh.
And I'm still praying. Yeah, Josh.
Josh.
Yes, I'm still praying for her and her husband. So thank you,
Oh,
Josh.
thank you.
You're a good man. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Let me see. This is from Pat and Melanie. My youngest daughter turns 14. Her name is Hannah. So happy birthday, Hannah. And she is the tallest of my 3 teenage daughters
Oh, we
and
have so
loves
much in
drama
common.
and soccer. Yeah, that's right up your alley. On you share a birthday.
And
all these
tallness.
people share a birthday with you today. My wife, her question is, I was wondering why Wally and his family are looking for a new church. Our church has been without a senior pastor for almost a year now, and I see our numbers dwindling. Oh yeah, that's tough. Truth be told, we've been looking for a church, and our pastor left, but we had been talking about looking for a church before then. Because it's funny, because he left, and I'm burnt out, and I'm doing something different, and I get all that. But like I had noticed, because I do a Monday school bit every Monday that's a recap of the sermon, and I was noticing over the last year that it was parts of old sermons, because I had gone there for like 9 or 10 years, and it was kind of recycling parts of it. And so I'm like, I need something else in my own life, and then also in for what we do for this segment that's new, and a different perspective. So we had been looking at that, because I wrestled through that like, oh, okay, so the pastor leaves and you're one of those people that abandons your church. And that wasn't the case. I was already planning on looking anyway. And to be fair, like I went back during this search, and it didn't feel the same to me either. And it was like, okay, so I'm still kind of out. I was at Zach's last weekend. I've been to Betty's.
He hated it.
No, I didn't. oh, Zach hated me being there.
Yes,
No,
that too.
No, it's fine. I was going to ask you guys if you wanted to go to lunch afterwards, but you had plans for a doctor visit or something.
Yeah, we had to take Haley. We would have gone. We had to take Haley to the doctor. She's sick. But yeah, we always meet Paul and Rhonda, who
Right.
and we always work it out to meet them too. So I mean, like, yeah, the more the merrier. If we ever do that, we should all go to lunch. It'd be fun. Because they have girls that would love playing with
Oh my gosh,
Anna.
free babysitting.
Yes, and while you're at lunch, it's the best.
We love going to lunch with people with kids.
Yes, because the kids just kind of play,
Uh-huh.
and you're that parent that looks over and you're like, I wish someone would do something about those kids. Like you just pretend they're not even yours. So again, happy birthday there to Hannah. And finally, this is for Peyton. She's 9. Happy birthday, Peyton.
Happy birthday.
That's from Jim and Dawn in honor of their daughter Peyton's birthday. She would be tickled pink if you, Zach, and Betty could wish her a happy birthday. So there you go. And Becca. I got everybody.
Oh.
Sorry. If Zach, Betty, Becca, and you could wish her happy
Okay.
birthday.
I was like, well, okay.
It's your
whatever.
birthday. You shouldn't
Chopped
have to
liver.
bring yourself to do that.
Yeah, they didn't want you working
Your
today.
special day.
Come on. So there you go. That's our birthdays for today. Let's get to some of the things that we didn't get to on the show. Let's do least of these, then news.
Okay, so mine is about J.K. Rowling, who is the author of Harry Potter. And she shared on her Twitter account 8 inspirational tweets because before she got she was trying to get started and she was in debt and had a lot of money situations going on. But then when she wrote Harry Potter, it just
The devil blessed her.
skyrocketed Yeah.
Right.
Yes, exactly. And now she's famous with all this stuff. But anyways, and worth a lot of money. So she gave out 8 motivating tweets.
Oh, okay. I want to see if
So-
any of these motivate me.
So here we go. Here's the first
Come
one.
on, JK, bring it.
The discipline involved in finishing a piece of creative work is something on which you can truly pride yourself.
Oh, so it's all about you. Okay, that's good. Not giving props to the creator of creativity, the Lord. Okay,
Are
whatever.
you going to spin this into a spiritual lesson?
Everyone.
Are you going to Jesus juke
I'm going to
all
Jesus
of
juke
these?
every one of
pride
these.
comes before fall.
That's
so
very true.
She's
Oh, my
trying to get other
goodness.
writers to fall before they even get out of the
Oh,
gate.
stop.
Okay, here's your second one. See if
Okay.
you can do this. Even if it isn't the piece of work that finds an audience, it'll teach you things you could have learned no other way. And by the way, just
Except for the
because
Bible.
it didn't find an audience, that doesn't mean it's bad work.
Mhm.
Inspirational quotes can't be that long.
Yeah,
After about 8 words,
they got to be able to fit like
You're
over the picture of a
uninspired.
mountain.
yeah, if you're starting uninspired,
Yeah.
like you don't have much time to get that person inspired.
That quote actually made me angry.
yeah.
Like it had the exact opposite effect.
Wow.
Yeah, like how long are Harry Potter books? I've never read one.
I don't know, but
They like
they look
8,000
huge.
pages.
Yeah.
Because like if you can't write an inspirational quote quickly, like Twitter should be your example of an inspirational quote. It should be able to fit in Twitter.
Here's one more. You'll have turned yourself from somebody who's thinking of, who might, who's trying, to someone who
Oh.
did. And once you've done it, you'll know you can do it
Please!
again. That is an extraordinarily empowering piece of knowledge. So do not ever quit out of fear of rejection.
Wait, that just dawned on me. These were all tweets too, so that was enough characters to fit into a tweet.
140?
Those are horrible. Like
Yeah.
they're not very inspirational, and B, they're too long to remember. It's got to be concise if you want to be
Tell me a
inspirational.
piece of
Fear
inspiration.
causes hesitation. Hesitation will cause your worst fears to come true. Boom.
That's 181 characters.
Patrick Swayze.
Wouldn't that be cool if you could do that? Count characters that fast? I read an inspirational, creative thing the other day from Jen Hatmaker that I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
was really good. She said, "You are not required to save the world or anyone for that matter with your art. It isn't valuable only if it rescues or raises money or makes an enormous impact. It can be simply for the love of it. That is not frivolous or selfish in the slightest. If the only person it saves is you, that's enough."
That's a
Like,
great
That's basically
quote.
what J.K. Rowling said.
I know,
Yeah.
but much more eloquent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a good quote. That's not
Yeah,
an
it's-
inspirational message.
Right.
But that's more of a
That's
long form.
inspirational.
Oh, it's
if you're an
inspirational.
artist and you're working on something and you're on that grind
Yeah.
every day, to know that sometimes it's just like I think so often we get focused on doing things for others. Like even in the show, it's like, okay, well, how will other people react and like it? But sometimes it's good therapy
Well,
for us too.
especially for Christians, like that's where
Yeah.
Christian movies get in trouble because they're so concerned about the agenda and the
Mm-hmm.
takeaway. They just making good art's not good enough.
I know that
sometimes.
was a hard conversation that I had with like the For King and Country guys after seeing Priceless.
Tell me you hated it.
Well, because they're like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Yeah, there's parts of this I really like, but even you guys, I'm feeling like you struggled with. We need to have more of a message in here and more of a lesson in here, and we're gonna. I told him, I said, if I was writing a Christian movie, what I would do is I would write it like just like you did, and then when you get to that point that's like the Christian point of the movie, shoot it all, but then edit it about 5 lines early. Just go out earlier, because usually you make that point and it's solid enough, but it's that fear of, well, maybe someone's not gonna fully get this, or maybe if we don't do this, someone's not gonna think it's Christian enough, and like strip all that away, and you'll have a solid movie.
And that's the same thing in Christian radio. Like,
Yeah.
when you first started at this, you'd get emails of, "Wow, you were talking to that person who is really hurting, and you could have done more. You could have prayed with them the prayer of salvation, or you could have like you didn't go far enough when you just let something like when you just told the story."
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like a lot of times we think, and maybe growing up Baptist for me was a big part of this. And like they would do the Wednesday nights where you would go out and knock on doors and share your faith with people and stuff. And it's like I thought there was this pressure on me to save people. And it wasn't until years later I'm like, I need to be sharing my faith for sure, but it's not my job to save people. It's my job to share the gospel, and I can still do that. But it's not always the way that you think that it need. It's not always the way that. It's not always one way. It's not always just here's the 4 steps to easy salvation. Pray with me now. That doesn't connect with everybody. So sometimes you have to do it differently. And so I think we choose to share and live out our faith differently here than maybe some other places, or maybe some expectations that were put on us, for doing this show.
Yeah, and I think there's room for all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's different parts of the body, and if that's your calling, if your calling is to reach people through your movie,
Yeah.
do that. but it's okay if your calling is just to make great movies.
Yeah, and to me, that's where I look at this show. Like, I've heard people talk about the show, and in the past, we were like, well, you didn't say Jesus enough. I heard you go the whole day without saying the name of Jesus. And I'm like, yeah, but we were talking about things about how God can redeem our lives and forgiveness and other concepts and things like that, which, yeah, I didn't say the name Jesus, but it's okay because we're still talking about God. There are books in the Bible that don't mention
There's a
God.
testament of the Bible
Yes.
that doesn't mention the word Jesus.
But it's still in there,
Right.
it still has value. And so, we determined a long time ago to do this differently. Now, where I messed up early on was anybody that wasn't doing it like I did, I thought they were in the wrong. Like the family-friendly Christian stations that are all, we're safe for the whole family and safe for the little ears. I used to make fun of that stuff because I was like, well, you're not doing it right. And I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of arrogant because who's to say my way is the only way either? Like, so if I say you have to give me space to do things this way, I have to give them space to do things that way. And there are people that will respond to that message and find faith and find hope and find peace. And that's ultimately what we're all trying to do is it's introduce people to Jesus, and we do it different ways. And so I've had like a complete reversal on that you know what? It's good that those places exist. It's not what I could ever do, and it's not how I would choose to want to do this, but I'm glad that it's there, and it's good for people. Betty Rock, what else?
That's it.
That was it. That was 2?
Mhm.
Wow. Holy cow.
No, I only had one.
Oh,
I had
you have 2. There we go. Becca, birthday.
Yes, it's my birthday.
And you're working.
And I'm working. Okay.
And repeating.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I have to be honest with you. This entire precast so far, I have just wanted to close my eyes and fall asleep because I'm so relaxed.
A massage will do that to you.
It will. And I'm pretty good about staying awake and energetic during the show and stuff, but today, ever since that, it's been a struggle.
Is
a
there-
really hard struggle.
You might know more about this than I do. I've only had I think 2 massages in my life, and I know that they feel amazing. But is there something from the actual physical touch and the way you're squeezing the skin and cells, and is there something that's released in your body chemically that it has that kind of therapeutic property to it beyond just, oh, this is relaxing because it feels good physically?
I think so. Is it serotonin?
Something is released, and
Yeah.
they also tell you to drink a lot of water after you're done
Really?
for something that I don't know. It feels good.
Thank you for that.
Scientifically speaking.
Nailed it.
Tired.
All right, well, we'll get
Okay.
you out of here.
No, I'm good. I have 2 stories, and they're actually related. It both has to do with kind of how we use our phones and social media and all of those things. The first is they did a study on which social network was the most narcissistic, and they found that Instagram has that most capability for people to be narcissistic on Instagram. They also found a couple other interesting things. 67% of us like another person's Instagram post if they usually like ours. So if you have a friend that usually likes your Instagram post, you'll be more likely to like theirs. I totally get this.
Really?
I definitely do that. And then they also found out that 78% of us know someone who deletes posts if they don't get enough likes. I am that person.
Really?
Yeah.
In your personal life, you do that?
I do. There's something about it. And I know maybe it goes back to my self-confidence issues. I'm not sure. But there's something about it that I'm like, well, maybe that wasn't that funny. Or maybe that wasn't that interesting. Or maybe that wasn't really worth posting.
I'm trying to get into your head on this. So say you do that. So to me, I'm like, okay, well, it lived and it was what it was. And whether it landed or not, I just let it go till the next thing and I wouldn't pull it down. But you actually go down and remove the post.
I do.
And that's fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just...
Because we have segments on the show that land and don't land. We
Yeah.
have posts that do better than other posts. And it's just to me, I'm like, it's kind of that creative process. It's like, okay, I created this. And if it was consumed, great. And if it wasn't, then okay, too. Whatever. We'll do something different next time.
Yeah,
I just find that interesting.
I just think it's almost like my barometer of what's interesting or not. And if it doesn't, make the barometer, if no one's liked it and it's been a while, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm the only one who thought that was funny. Maybe this is just junking
There
up
it
people's
is, right
feeds.
there. It is, right there. There's the difference. Because when I look at something like that and no one else is reacting to it, I go, "What is wrong with everyone? This is funny." That. Maybe that's the narcissist in me, and then that's where I start changing friends, and then when I get different people to like
That's
the
interesting.
post. Yeah, that's how I
Instead
handle
of changing yourself,
Yes,
you
I
just
change.
decide to change the people around you.
Yes, it's so much easier.
My other story has to do with spending time away from things. If you were to spend the entire day away from your family, your pets, your friends, and your phone, they asked which one would you miss the most?
Oh boy.
Family,
Pets.
friends, pets, phone.
Pets, no. I mean, I got cats.
How long am I gone from them?
All
just,
day.
Just a day.
Oh, probably my phone.
Yeah. Because you know you're going to see them the next day, your family, and their family's always there. But your phone you need during the day.
Yeah, that's what most people said in
Did
this
they?
survey. The number one answer was people would miss their phone the most, followed at number 2 by their pets.
Oh, really?
Above the family and above friends.
Because sometimes you just need a break from family. Even though you love them madly, you know, there's sometimes you just need a break.
And I will say this, like pets also will always love you unconditionally. And so there's something that no matter how bad your day was, like
Yeah.
they're not demanding something of you
That's
when you
true.
walk in. They're just like acting like it's the world's best thing that's ever walked into their life.
That's how like kids they go up and down like this. Pets are more consistent on just loving you unconditionally. Kids go up and down. Like sometimes kids can be like just when you come home just draining, but you know, they're whiny or cry. But man, more times than not, you come home and your kid is just absolutely excited that you're home. And like they come running up to you, it's the best. Or in the
Yes,
morning,
Anna does that.
yeah, does she?
Yeah.
Yeah, or like in the morning, you go get them out of their crib when they were little, and they're just like, "Daddy!" They're so excited. It's awesome. Oh
Yeah,
my
that is the
goodness.
best. I'm curious what the last time each of us left the house without our phones.
Oh, I go
Turned
back.
around and got it.
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
around
yeah.
and go back.
My
sure.
wife, we've left before, and she's like, I left my phone. And we were literally still in the neighborhood. I'm like, oh, we'll go back and get it. She's like, it's okay. I'm like, this is what drives me crazy about you. Like, if I need to get a hold of you, you're like, it's okay. Like, no, go back and get your phone. We were literally like 3 minutes away. And me, I've driven 15 minutes back to get my phone. I don't know what my limit would be.
Right? How long the leash is?
Yeah. And then what you're doing too. Because if you're going on vacation, obviously you're going to go
100%,
back
yeah.
and get your phone no matter what. But
But like running to the grocery store, would you ever
Right.
do that without your phone?
Yeah, if it was just that and I could go right home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's a weird experience. It feels like you're like going out into the great unknown.
Oh, I know. It's like, what am I going to do?
But it's really good. I think if I were in the life stage where I was going out with friends all the time, we would start having like the designated phone person.
Yeah.
And they would bring their phone for documenting stuff or for emergency
Interesting.
information, and everyone else would be required to leave it at home.
That's fascinating.
So everyone was just right there. You had no temptation to fill in the gaps with, well, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're just completely in the moment and you're not thinking about
You're
documenting
I'm
everything.
sorry. I'm
You're already
sorry.
bored.
Yes,
No,
yeah.
I'm
Do I have to talk to
sorry.
you?
I'm tired. That's not it.
No,
No,
I
it's a
think it's
great
a good idea.
Whatever you said.
No, I think it's a good idea. We talked about this the other day, though. We talked about off the air and not even on podcasts. And I was like, when you guys look at your phone and you get a text and you can't see what the text says yet, it's just your phone lights up and you know it's a text. Like, do you get excited? Do you dread it? Or are you like, eh?
I get excited.
Me too.
And it
That's
bumps
so
me out
weird.
when it's like Home Depot or
Yes!
something like that. Where I'm like, I don't want to refill my prescription right now. Thought you were my
Yes.
friend.
Because, like, I'll get a text. I'll be like, oh, what could this be? The possibilities
But
are endless.
What percent of texts that you get are like that?
Okay, last night I sent you all a really great text
Yes.
and none of you responded to it. It was a life-changing text.
I know. It's like free lunch at Red Robin.
Yeah, and no one
Oh.
responded. No one, none of you texted me back and said, "Wow, Becca, thank you. You are a soldier for the people."
At the time, truth be told, I was working on your birthday.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I'm
your
sorry. I
excuse.
am sorry
What's
about that.
your excuse?
I wasn't listening, so
I was
have
with
no
my
idea what's
daughter
going
and
on.
needed all hands at the time.
Nope,
and then by the
doesn't-
time I
doesn't
could get
matter.
back to it, it was like what is that length where it's
Yeah.
you don't respond? Like when it's a half hour, an hour later.
I just need I needed a video of you clicking your heels in the air. Is that too
Okay.
much to ask?
Because then at that point, I'm like, okay, it's good information. And then I was like, okay, am I going to actually do that up in Cool Springs? And then today we talked about it, and we all booked a free lunch. So I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. So thank you.
You're
Appreciate that.
welcome.
But yeah, I do. I get excited when I see something because I'm like, what could this be? It could be something
a
fun that's
phone
right around the corner.
I feel like 98% of my texts are someone wanting something from me.
Yeah.
And so that's how I view. Like anytime the text, it's like someone wants something again.
I
Yeah.
feel the same way.
You need new people in your
I
life.
know.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah, Becca gave you something.
I gave you free lunch.
Yeah, so I guess
think
we
it's
just look at things differently.
Because it's just that you have to think of the right thing to say, and
Yeah, it's a burden. Like even a simple, great thing like the Red Robin. Then it's, all right, now I need to talk to Sarah, see if she's available,
Right.
find out the dates, find out if you guys are
I'm
going, if you all
sorry.
want to go at the
No,
same time.
I'm
like,
not going to
there's
ever
8,000
burden you
things
again. I'll
like,
never burden you
you took
again.
this huge
with
monkey and just
free
placed it on my
food.
back. Even though it wasn't, and I like
Wow.
monkeys, but it's a monkey nonetheless, and I'm all
Wow.
full up.
Like it's so funny with our group text because we have a group text for the show stuff, and I know all of us are hesitant to text in it more. Like
Right.
I think if it were just the three of us without Zach, I
Yes.
think we'd have like an ongoing
we
conversation.
should have a secret
We
group
should
text.
have a
with-
secret group text.
No, I'm okay with just, you
But
guys
we're-
can text as much as you want.
You
'cause
should just put us on Do Not
I
Disturb.
do,
Let
yes.
us have our
Okay.
fun. Don't bring us down,
yeah,
Grandpa.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because
Sorry,
I
we're
know
burdened
you don't.
with our free food.
I know Zach doesn't like all the text back and forth in a group text.
When
But
it's like ding,
yeah,
ding.
and mine I've got that annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this
That's
is
how I
great.
knew you were massaging me today.
Okay, finish that story. Like, don't just leave that hanging
Okay.
like that.
Okay. When the girl was massaging me on the table,
Oh my God.
all
She's
of a sudden,
face down, so she
I'm
can't
face
see.
down, and with all my clothes on, and all of a
Thank
sudden
you.
I hear that.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like I was digging my elbow into her back, like for fun.
And I was thinking, like, how is this girl doing like both elbows at once?
She has 4 elbows.
Yeah, that was Wally.
Yeah, it was my phone went off because I have that annoying vibrating
Yes.
phone. So because I wasn't feeling it the other way because I have this. Okay, it's a condition. I'm sorry. I have dead thigh syndrome. Have you guys heard of that?
DTS.
DTS.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
horrible.
I have dead thigh syndrome. So it was a condition from my birth, which worsened over time when I played soccer, and so now I have DTS. I think I might be able to get a parking pass for it to park up close.
Oh my.
Is it
God.
related to PTS? Because I have that.
Yeah.
Phantom thigh syndrome.
Yes.
When your phone's not even in your pocket, but you feel it vibrate and you reach
Yes.
down, you're like, what
and
was
there's
that?
nothing there.
Yeah.
That's something not to mess with, dude. That
No.
can be life threatening. And so, yeah, the dead thigh is the same thing. You don't feel anything. Like I could take a pen and just jab it straight into my thigh and I would
Let's
feel
try
nothing.
it.
Well, I don't want to do that right now because it
Let's
might
do
make
it.
someone sick because it is pretty gross. But yeah, it's like I have no feeling in my thighs whatsoever. Like look, nothing.
Seriously?
You should go over and
Feel
slap him.
anything. Can't feel a thing there. Can't feel a thing. Look, pen in my thigh. Cannot feel a thing. It's the craziest
I don't
thing.
believe you.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Anyway, so. Oh my gosh, that hurt.
How about we land the plane?
Yeah, okay. We got to finish up the precast so that we can get on with
Go
the
to bed.
podcast. And thank you, YouTubers, because we actually
Yeah,
did
this is only on YouTube. We didn't do it on Facebook today.
exclusive for you. All 8 of you, we love you.
There are more people that watch it on YouTube than Facebook.
Are
I
there
don't-
really?
The slights I don't understand. Anyway,
we love
sorry,
you.
YouTube. You're fantastic and
Thank you.
you're growing. Just click the subscribe button so they can pop up in your
I bet
thing
if
all the time.
YouTube texted you, you'd be so excited.
Yeah,
I would be.
He would answer that.
No,
text.
because all their texts are sorry, your video has been blocked.
Oh, boo! Yeah, you had a video up of
Lauren Daigle.
Lauren Daigle
It lasted 18 hours, which was about 6 hours longer than I thought.
before
but
copyright infringements and people wanting to get paid.
Yeah,
Got you.
I
A
get
good job. Are we down for Lauren on the show tomorrow?
We're taping a phone call at 10:30.
Okay, is that what happened? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure where that landed. So great.
Yeah.
That's good news. So we'll talk to her about being
never mind. Yeah.
what?
Yeah, another text thing, and I said, "What do you want it to be?" And you gave me 2 options. So then I'm like, now do I have to write him? Would you rather do live? Would you rather do after? Just give me the one thing you want.
The one
and
thing
I will
that
give you what you want.
I thought I was clear about it. I said I want Lauren Daigle on the show.
Uh-huh.
I don't care how. Like at that point, don't
Yeah.
care how.
Okay.
Like
and you
I
gave me 2 ways.
yeah. So either way,
Okay.
I'll take whichever
Is it
taping.
she can
possible
do.
to please you?
No,
Nope.
not at all.
Totally impossible.
Okay.
All right, we're good. And so
Just
expect
checking.
Lauren Daigle sometime in the next year. All right, that's gonna do it for the precast today. On with the podcast.